Hello, welcome to episode 3 of drawing every single warrior cat. I'm actually recording this in advance because by the time this is posted, I will be on vacation. Gone. Because it's finally spring break for me. Apparently it's kind of late, because everybody else already had their spring break, but whatever. Quick warning before we get started. This video will have spoilers for the entire warrior cat series, pretty much. And it'll also have flashing lights and images as I draw because the video is pretty much crazy sped up, so be careful. Yep. I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribed and all the views I got on the first video. It is actually crazy. I expected maybe 10 subscribers most, maximum. That'd be shocking if I got 10 subscribers, and then I got nearly 200 views, and now I'm at 30 subscribers. It's crazy. It's not a lot compared to everything, but just thinking there's 100 people, 200 people that watched that video, it's crazy. So thank you to everybody who subscribed and watched that video. Today we're starting with Amberclaw. He is in none of the main books. He first appears in Cloudstar's Journey, I think. And he's in a battle with Sky Clan because he's in Thunder Clan. He's also in one of the field guides, Battles of the Clans. And it gives Thunder Clan's point of view of the battle, pretty much. He's basically just there for a small conversation. Amberclaw is described as a long-legged ginger tom. And since he's named after Amber, I color picked from an actual image of amber, the fossilized stone thingy. And I really liked it, but after finishing the drawing, he looked neon, he was glowing. So at the end, I did desaturate him just a little bit. Even though he's just described as ginger and not a tabby, I like to make almost all of my ginger cats tabby, because the way that ginger cats are, pretty much even if they don't have the tabby gene, they look tabby. I don't know why. I'm not going to go into that much research, but yeah. I made him a classic tabby as well because I thought it would fit better, all swirly, and Amber is kind of swirly. I don't know, I thought it'd be cute. And I gave him yellow eyes just to match the rest of him. So that's him. Can you tell that this is unscripted? So the next cat I did was Amberleaf, and she is a dark orange cat with brown legs and ears, and one of her ears is torn. I gave her amber eyes, even though she has no described eye color, because I thought it would fit her, and also her name is Amber. The Warriors Wiki has green eyes on her, but I thought that the amber would just look better. Contrary to what I said about Amberclaw, I didn't give her tabby markings, because I made her a point cat, and I don't think it would fit, and I don't know if it would show up on her, genetically. I also felt like if I added stripes, her design would be too messy and too complicated, and I didn't want that. I made her a point cat, even though she isn't described as that, because, again, I thought it would be cute. And I don't think it's possible for a cat to just have brown legs, so I did what I wanted. That's my reasoning for everything. I do what I want because it looks cute. She's seen in Yellowfang's Secret and also One Star's Confession. In One Star's Confession, she's just on Wind Clan's territory and then they argue and all that. In Yellowfang's Secret, she's a bit more relevant. She's known as a strict mentor, so when she gets Nutpaw as her apprentice, what a name, Yellowfang, or Yellow Kit at the time, is whoa, I feel bad for him. She's mostly irrelevant everywhere else. I really like her name, and I like her design, and I made her super cute and bouncy, even though she's not. So there she is. So now we have Ambermoon. She has, honestly, one of my favorite names in the series. I just really like it. She is a small, pale ginger she-cat, and I gave her amber eyes because Kate Carey believes that she has amber eyes. It was stated on her Facebook. I also made her really fluffy because I just imagined her that way. I gave her this deadpan stare with big owl-like eyes. Or maybe not owl, uh-oh. And I decided I wanted to do that for every character with Moon in their name. I decided that before I even drew her. I just think it's funny. So she's a ThunderClan cat, and she was born to Cloudtail and Brightheart, and her siblings were Snowbush and Dewnose. I also love the name Dewnose. She was apprenticed to Spiderleg, she became a warrior, and her apprentice was Eaglewing, and she died off screen, she was killed by an owl, which is kind of funny because I gave her big owl eyes. Uh-oh. Even though she's small and fluffy and cute, she's pretty feisty in the books. So I really like her character, even though there's not much to say about her because she's just a background character. I also gave her a pattern on her face, like a moon, because I thought it would fit her name. So she has like a moon-like pattern on her face. So yeah, that's her all done. Now we have Antfur. He was a ShadowClan warrior, and he was originally living with the Guardian Cats by the church. If you remember Ajax, who talked about the church and Tiger Heart's shadow, blah blah blah, those cats. So he joined ShadowClan and was very loyal to ShadowClan. He really loved it. He suffered a head injury at one point and had amnesia temporarily, and thought he was back with the Guardian Cats, but when he was all better, he decided immediately to go hunting and climb up a tree, and he fell from the tree and died. So, he was later imprisoned in the Dark Forest by Antfur and was forced to fight with him, but found his way back to StarClan after that. He is a dark brown and black Tom, and he has scars on his cheek and amber eyes. I really like his character, and I made him look all cutesy. I gave him brown spots along his tail, and I imagine it like an ant, like a line of ants. You know how they do. And I also like to imagine that goes up his spine, but you can't really see it in the drawing I made. Again, I don't really have much to say about him, and I'm kind of rushing to get this video done so I can post it while I'm on vacation. Sorry. But yeah, I really like him. I think he's my second favorite out of the entire batch. Or maybe Amberleaf is my second favorite. I really like all the cats I did this time, except for Ambermoon. She might be my least favorite. Or Amberclaw, I don't know. But oh well. So that's Antfur. And lastly, we have Antpelt, and he's our first former Dark Forest resident, although I personally don't think he is a villain, so I'm not going to say he's our first villain. He is a small brown Tom with one black ear, amber eyes, and long scars across his back and throat, so hopefully I captured that well with the drawing. Antpelt was a Wind Clan warrior, and he was training in the Dark Forest before the battle. Inside of the moon, Ivy Pool thinks that she likes Antpelt, and he doesn't belong with these evil cats. In a training session, Antpelt and Ivy Pool are fighting, and Antpelt first keeps his claws sheathed and does light blows. Thistleclaw gets mad, so Antpelt attacks Ivy Pool with full force, and he lets Ivy Pool get up when she slips and falls. Thistleclaw sees this and takes it as Thistleclaw being cowardly and attacks Antpelt, which causes such serious wounds that when Antpelt wakes up in the real world, he dies from his injuries. Antpelt is later seen in the Dark Forest, now dead, and he tells Ivy Pool that the Dark Forest cats were more his clanmates than Wind Clan has ever been. In the next book, Ivy Pool wants to become a Dark Forest warrior to gain their trust, and is commanded to fight and kill Antpelt's spirit. And she does. And he vanishes completely and fades away. And she is horrified in what she does. And I did read that part of the book, and Antpelt is seen to be like scared in his final moments. Breezepelt is also pretty angry when he learns what Ivy Pool did. So I don't really see Antpelt as a villain. I think he was definitely manipulated because he had been a pretty good cat beforehand. Like, he was kind and he was gentle on Ivy Pool when like training and fighting. And even though he was pretty like rough in his last moments, and he said that the Dark Forest cats were more of his clanmates, I still don't think he was evil. He was definitely just manipulated. So I do really like his character. I wish we saw more of him before he died, because I feel like he's a more complicated character than we even see. I think he might be my favorite, even though I really struggled with drawing him. I hope I made him look pretty evil and threatening, but also kind of nervous at the same time, because his tail is down and he's a little crouched a bit. I also kind of struggled with the scars, because I wanted to make sure you could see the ones on his throat, but his head was down and covering it, so I'm not too sure. But I still think he's my favorite. So there he is, all done. So thank you for watching. Here's all 5 cats. Sorry if the quality of this video is a little bad. Again, I was rushing with the editing here to make sure that this video got out for this week. Hopefully next week or the week after I start having a more consistent schedule. I plan to post 10 a.m. Saturdays Eastern Standard Time, but we'll see how that works out. Please join my Discord. We have a small community, but everyone here is so lovely, and you can see the drawings before they get out, and I plan on making it so that you can also watch the videos a day before they are released. So thank you all for watching. Thank you again for all the subscribers, and I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye bye!